Hey guys, I'm Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Right now I am currently sitting in my sister's house, but I'm also visiting her, and we did some shopping, and she's also a sewist. These are some of her quilts, but she also let me go through some of her apparel fabric that she had and take some because she's trying to get rid of old fabric and kind of limit her stash. So I went through and picked the ones I liked, but we also went shopping at a local quilt store, so I have some fabric to show you guys. I always love getting new fabric. I only have my small stash of what I bought recently, and so it's nice to get some more that I don't have plans for yet, but you know, are there to inspire me to figure out what to make and what to do. But I think I'm gonna start off with the fabric I bought at the quilt store that we went to. We went there to get fabric for some projects that my mom and my sister are working on. And I wasn't planning on buying anything, but I saw this fabric and I thought it was so cute. And I saw a pattern that I liked enough to make out of it. So I bought a whole set of fabric and a pattern to make out of it. So I'm gonna go over that first. So the main fabric that I liked that made me want to buy the whole set of fabric for this quilt is these little llamas. They're so cute, and they have, you know, these pink and green and orange little saddles and stuff. But this is an art gallery fabric. I think every fabric I have for this quilt is art gallery. It's all in the same line. But these little llamas were so cute. And they had a sample quilt hanging in the store using this fabric and the panel. I didn't get the panel, but it was so cute. I was like, I have to have a quilt made out of this fabric. So I got some llamas here. They're on a nice white fabric. Art gallery fabrics feel so nice. I don't know what it is. They're so smooth and pretty. But yeah, that's the main fabric. And then a complementary fabric is just another white, but it has little dots of all the greens and the pinks and the oranges and kind of a gray, and it matches the llama fabric. Because as I said, this is all of the same line. And then in the same line is this orange that kind of matches the little orange spots and stuff on the llamas. So I got that. And then these are a different line. These are solids, but I got two that match. I got a pink and a green. And so they coordinate well with the colors in the llamas. And then I also got one that's also art gallery, but not in the same line, but has very similar colors. And it is just these feathers. You know, it's pink. It's not the exact same pink. They're a little different, but they're close enough. And it has these feathers that are white with little gold-ish orange on it. But that's all the fabrics together. I think they look really great, and I'm going to make a quilt out of this. And like I said, I do have the pattern for it that I saw in, and it's a little postcard pattern, and it's called Early Dawn, and this is their picture of it. You can kind of see the pattern a little better on the back here. It's a lot of squares. I didn't want to make it too difficult, but these large blue squares are going to be the llamas. So, and then I got fabric to make a border around it because I wanted to make the quilt size a little bit bigger. This one is 45 by 63, so it's a nice throw size, but I wanted it a little bigger, so I'm going to add a border on it. The main part of the quilt are going to be all my main fabrics, including the llamas, and then the fabric that wasn't in the same line but sort of matches this one is going to be my back. So that's why I was okay with it not being the exact same color. But yeah, that's going to be a quilt I make soon. I wasn't planning on buying it, but you know, I said it was, like I said, it was too cute. You know, I'm already behind on my quilt quota for the year, but you know, maybe since I have like new fabric, a new pattern, I'll be like motivated to do it. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's all the new quilting fabric that I have that we went and bought at the store. My sister bought almost all those fabrics too for a different quilt because she really liked it too. But now I'm gonna go through the fabric that my sister had. These are all apparel fabrics. Since I didn't buy them, I don't know all the information and stuff for them, but I do like them and I will take them and try to figure out something to do with them. But there's a lot of them. So we're gonna get started. So the first two I'm gonna show you, I actually know what they are because they were still wrapped in little baggies, and they're very similar, but I have these two striped fabrics. They're both like a pink color, just one has thicker lines, but they're both cottons, and this one's 2.5 yards or a little over, and then this one is 2 yards, and they're both like seersucker cottons. But yeah, these are the only ones that were packaged, so I know exactly what they were, and how much there was. But yeah, they're really cute. I was thinking maybe a shirt or a dress for the one that has a little bit more fabric, but yeah, as I said, I don't really have plans for all these. It was just what my sister had and I liked them, so I took them. Or she let me have them. But the next is kind of like this lacy fabric, also stripes. My sister has a lot lighter taste of colors than I do, so but I still like a lot of her picks. But it is this nice light gray and white stripe, and then it has this fabric or this lacy detail at the end. That was really cute. It is a little see-through, but that will be fixed. But I think there's a good amount of this. I could make it into a dress, or just like a nice shirt, like a longer shirt with this at the end. I haven't bought any fabric that has, you know, lace details at the end, so we'll see. And I'm pretty sure there's over 2 yards of this, so it's a good amount. I just don't know what I was gonna do with it, but this is definitely more like a summer outfit make, just because the light colors and then lacy details. But as I said, it was a little see-through, but my sister had a ton of just, I guess, cheaper lining fabric. She has 2 of these big ones. This one is a little nicer. I feel like you could actually make something out of it. I think it's just a linen or a cotton, just a regular cotton weave, or, you know, a linen. But yeah, plenty of fabric to line things with. This is kind of the only reason I took this fabric, is because I can use it for lining for different projects. But there's a lot of this. I don't know. This has to be a good like 4 yards or something. Pretty thick pile of fabric. But to go along with the fabric I just showed you, there's also the blue version of it. A little darker and has the lace, but she has used this one. So there is a lot of fabric missing, of mostly the striped part, but there's plenty of lace part still left, so I might have to get creative and use it on something, like put it at the bottom of a skirt, or try to find fabric that's similar to the stripes and match it with it. But yeah, I took it. There are a couple of fabrics that she's used and just has like leftovers that I took, and I'll have to be creative with them. But yeah, this is the same type of fabric as the light one. It's just she used this one, and so this one I have to be creative with. The next is also a fabric that has kind of a design on the border, and she's used some of it, but this one is more of a panel, but it has this, again, blue and white stripes. My sister really likes light colors and blues, so there's a lot of blues in this pile. But I really liked this red embroidery detail, and she has used this again, but this one was better cut, and so there's still like a yard or so of it. I don't know if that will be enough to like make a shirt with the border at the bottom, but maybe I can use the bottom for sleeves, like the border detail on the sleeves, but you know, again, have to be creative with this in some way, but I really liked it. Again, I haven't bought anything that has like a border or ending that's different than the rest, so it'll be a fun experiment to try and use these on something different. But next I have kind of a, I think it's just a linen cotton blend, but it's a nice dark blue and it has these white little prints on them. But there's only about, I think there's only like a yard or so of this, maybe a yard and a half. So it'll definitely have to be like a shirt or something made out of this. There's not a lot of it, but I really liked it. It was one of my favorite fabrics that she had in her pile that I took. But yeah, just not a lot of it, so probably just like a t-shirt or a shirt of some sort, maybe like a summer tank top, and then something with a little more print than I usually go for, but I really liked it. Again, it's blue and white, but it's this kind of cotton with, it has like flowers on it. It looks like flowers. I wonder if you can see it more if I open it more, but yeah, again, blue and white. And again, she tends to go for lighter colors than I do, but you know, maybe I should lighten up my wardrobe. And so I took this. It's a really nice fabric too, really smooth, and it looks like a linen blend, or a linen. It'll be a nice light summer thing, and I think there's 2.5 yards of this. I did measure a lot of them, but I kind of forget because it was like the other day that I measured it. But definitely gonna make a lot of summer clothes out of the clothes that I get from her. And sticking with the lighter colors, this is a bigger amount of fabric, a larger amount of fabric, but it's a lot of light. And this one, I actually tested it. It's pretty opaque, so I don't think I have to worry about lining it, but it is just a like cream fabric. I think it's just a cotton linen, and then it has these blue stripes along it. And there's a good amount. I think when I measured it, it was like 2, maybe 3 yards. So yeah, maybe I can make a dress out of this for the summer. Something a little similar. She had this fabric. It is a little kind of a more yellowish, creamish white background. It's definitely darker than the one I just showed, but it has this kind of zigzaggy pattern of blue, and I think there's only like 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards of this, but it's definitely opaque. I don't have to line this one. That's a lot of the reasons I stay away from light colors, because I don't like having to wear linings or you know, just have to fix it where you don't see through it. But yeah, this is kind of cute little pattern. And then to kind of match it, I was kind of shocked I saw this in her stash, but there was a red version, which I really like. I think this and the dark blue fabric that I showed earlier were some of my favorites in her little collection. But I think there's like 1.5 yards to 2 yards of this, and it has just the white stripes. So this might be one of the first ones I cut into, just because it was one of my favorites out of the stack. But again, it's still, you know, like a cotton linen. Can't wait to have something made out of this. And then the last fabric that I got from my sister of her apparel fabrics is something a little different. It's very silky, and there's 2 cuts of it. I don't know if she bought them separate or she cut them herself in that way, but I had 2 little stacks of this nice dark blue silky fabric. You see it's silky, make a nice pair of pajamas or something out of this, but it has just this little light blue design in it. And like I said, I have 2 cuts of it, and they're pretty good size for both of them. I think this is like 1.5 yards, and then like 2.5 yards. So there's a good amount. You can make a set of pajamas maybe, or like a nice shirt. But yeah, these, I was kind of shocked after all the like cotton linens that she has, the light fabrics. She had this like silky fabric that was also dark. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure she got most of these fabrics at Joann's because a lot of them do have, you know, Joann labels. She wants to limit her stash of fabrics, and she says she's not going to quilt or make that many apparel items anymore as she had planned. So she let me go through her stash of fabrics and take them, and that's all I got. So that is my fabric haul for this little trip to visit my sister. I'm excited to make that little llama quilt. So cute. But also all unexpectedly getting all this apparel fabric, and I don't have plans for most of them or all of them, but excited. They get me, you know, my creative juices working and get me more excited to sew and stuff. So looking forward to diving into this stash. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.